Hey everybody, it's Karen with Food and Family. I'm going to make Pop a German chocolate cake. That is his absolute most favorite cake in the world. And I think you've heard me say it before, he's been asking for one. So when I was at the store a couple of days ago, I got some German chocolate cake mix. And we're doing a boxed cake mix, which is all good and wonderful. Yeah, some of you professional chefs, pastry, they use these, but we're going to zhuzh it up a little bit. So I'm going to put my cake mix in here. And I've got the oven preheating to 350 degrees. I've got my 9x13. I'm just doing it in the 9x13 pan. And I've got it sprayed with a baking spray. Okay, so I've got that in here. Now I'm going to add 1 stick of melted butter. Your box cake mix recipe on the back calls for oil, but I'm using butter. I've heard me say that before. Butter, it just, I don't know, it's gonna make it taste more like a bakery. And instead of water, I'm using milk. So I'm using 1 cup of milk. And I'm just using regular milk. But, you know, half and half would be good too. So let's put some eggs in it. And I'm going to put 4 eggs. Your mix calls for 3. But I'm using 4. Always put 1 extra egg, and if they're not very large, put 2 extra. It's not going to hurt. It's just going to make it a little richer. Yeah, you can't get any better than when you start adding butter to something and then add the extra eggs. Good, good, good. Okay, so we've got our 4 eggs in there. Let me rinse. Now, let's get our mixer and start mixing, okay? Careful at first because you don't want to sling it out. I'm just using my hand mixer today. I just didn't want to try to drag in that big old stand mixer. Okay, so I'm going to turn this up because I want to get it whipped up real good, okay? All right. Now, I've told you before to slowly bring your mixer, your beaters up out of your mix, and you'll get most all of that off of there. There won't be any wasting. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, so I want to wipe that board off. I got cake mix on it. And I just don't want to set my pan on it. Okay. Good, good, good. All right, so let's pour this into our baking dish. Isn't that a beautiful color, y'all? He loves German chocolate. It has always, always been his favorite cake. And I don't know, the last couple of times he's asked for it, I could not find the mix. And yeah, I'm going to be honest with you. I just did not want to go through the ordeal of making it homemade and buying the German chocolate and all that kind of stuff. But I found it, and I should have stocked up and got a couple extra boxes, but I didn't. He will love this. He's going to be so surprised when he gets home and sees this cake because he doesn't know that I got it for him. Okay, so I'm going to smooth it out here. And I'm going to get this in my oven. I told you I've got it preheated to 350 degrees. And I'm going to get it in there and I'm going to bake it. The box says 22 to 27 minutes. But the last time I baked one, y'all know my oven cooks a little bit slower. I had to go close to 30 minutes. So I'm going to start at the 27-minute mark, but you may not need to, so you'll know your oven better than I do. So when I get this baked and cooled, I'll be back. Yeah, our cake is cooled, and it smells good in here, and I'm getting it frosted. Pop's going to be home before long, and I've got to get my supper finished. And I'm using a tub cake. I'm using a tub frosting. And yes, there's nothing wrong with using a tub frosting. And you don't have to make everything from scratch. It's okay to do this. Okay, so I actually have 2 tubs because, I mean, what's the point of having a cake if you don't have enough frosting on it, right? So, I mean, it's just a vessel for frosting. And what, if I don't use it all, I suspect I will. We'll put it in the fridge and do something with it. And you can frost some cookies. You've seen the cake mix cookies. You can look it up online. I might need to do some of those sometime. But you can make some and put a little bit of this on them. Serve them at the holidays for your guests or any time of the year. And yes, as I suspected, we used it all. I don't know why I wouldn't have. Oh, this looks so good. And I'm sure it's going to be delicious, but I'm not going to cut into it yet. Oh, it's so good. Looky here. Isn't that delicious? All right. Now, I'm going to get this set aside. I've got it in 9 by 13. I have a cover. I'm going to put the cover on it, and I'm going to set it aside. And I'll surprise Pop when he gets home. Thanks for joining me today and being with me while I made this simple yet delicious cake. And I've told y'all, I know before in the past when we've done things, how to ramp up a box cake mix. Use milk instead of oil. I'm sorry, milk instead of water, butter instead of oil, and 1 extra egg. And if they're on the smaller side, use 2 extra eggs. It won't hurt anything. Yeah, thanks for joining me. And I certainly appreciate each and every one of you. And I look forward to our time together in the kitchen. Thanks, everybody. I'll see you soon.